there are three emotions that create love. And these three emotions are always going to be there in a relationship. Now, there are some relationships where it's toxic and extremely manipulative. And you'll notice that they all have one of they're all missing one of these emotions. Anytime it's toxic, one of these emotions are missing. Anytime you're not happy with the relationship, one of these emotions are missing. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to see these three emotions, because if you don't see this, it's better just to walk away. Right now, I'm gonna teach you guys what the emotions are and how to create it, and above all, how to. Okay, and for example, the first one, which is attraction, I'm gonna show you guys how to increase the attraction even if it's in a toxic way. All right. So with that being said, let's begin with the video, people. And if you guys want to work with Father Alex one-on-one, just book a one-on-one phone call with me, man, and you'll be able to talk to me on the phone. And if anybody is an art collector and would like to collect my paintings, you guys can purchase my paintings in the description down below. If anybody knows of a collector or a show that you guys might want me to be on, just let me know. I'm trying to hustle my way into having an art career through YouTube. Okay. All right. Let's begin. So the first one is this. Okay. The first emotion is attraction, right? This one makes a lot of sense. But the reason why is because a lot of people go after people who are not even attracted to them. Like they go after people who are either bored, on the rebound, right? Or you are their last option. And unfortunately, you can sense this. You can sense this. This is why attraction, them being attracted to you, has to be there. How do you know? Well, you don't have to ask me if they like you. It's pretty fucking obvious when somebody likes you, okay? Even fucking Stevie Wonder could tell they like you. But when you don't know if they like you, when you're confused of whether or not if they like you, that's a sign that they don't like you. When they like you, it's so obvious they're like a crackhead, okay? You can tell when someone's a crackhead. Now, how do you increase the attraction? Well, you could work on projections. Projections, right? So it could be that maybe you got the motherly look, right? Or maybe the guy likes or the girl, it doesn't matter. They like anime. And you dress like an anime character. That's actually a real true thing, right? Maybe me, I'm a guy that likes a traditional woman. For example, with The Godfather, I bet remember that scene when Michael Corleone was in Italy. Apollina looked like a fucking a stereotypical like wife, right? That's a projection. She may not be a wifey, she may be for the streets, but if you get the whole visual of a wifey, it might affect the projection. If I'm dating someone and they're into spirituality, well, guess what? Dress in a spiritual way. And a projection is emotions that this person has for a fantasy and is put onto you, and you gain points from that, right? But the problem with this is that it's temporary, right? It's temporary. Eventually they wake up. The attraction has to be raw, right? For it to be long term, it has to be raw. And usually you can't do nothing about it. The only thing you could do is improve on your physical health and on your emotional health, right? So attraction, physical attraction is important. And then you might say, but I'm not attractive. Listen to me, man. There is somebody who's attracted to you. There's always someone. Why? Because people of the same level become attracted to each other. Now, if the guy or the girl that I'm dating, if she's, for example, let's just have an ugly guy, right? And I have low self-esteem. I'm not gonna find women on my level attractive. But if I'm an ugly guy and I have decent self-esteem, yeah, eventually I'm gonna learn to settle and find the women on my level attractive. Right. So it comes so it's if you look a certain way, don't worry about it. There's always someone for you. All you got to focus on is developing healthy self-esteem, and you'll be attracted to people on your level. Now, the next one, it is actually very interesting. Empathy. Now, empathy is what happens with family members. You have more empathy for your family members than stranger. When you first get to know someone, at first you just know them as a stranger, right? You don't think about how they see the world. You don't have that visceral reaction to their pain, that visceral reaction to their happiness. Like their emotional reaction doesn't cause an equal reaction inside of you. Their happiness doesn't cause happiness. Their sadness doesn't cause sadness. But over time, you start to become acclimated to each other. And that actually begins to happen. And the empathy is what makes this. And so you're attracted to the person, but then when you add empathy, which they develop a familiar look, In other words, family. They begin to literally look like family. Your brain will also begin to wire them in the section of family section, like in the family section. The more you love them, the more they'll go from hot person to hot family member, right? Southern style, motherfucker, right? And so this familiar thing also will affect the way you look at their face. Their face will start to develop rounder features. It's like when you see a villain, they have sharp features. When you see a good person in Disney, they have round features. Well, that's pretty much what happens. Literally with the eyes, it creates an optical illusion where things stop being so sharp and they develop a round quality. When you're having a good trip on DMT or shrooms, things are round. When you're having a bad trip, look sharp. It's actually a real thing, right? So it's almost like we associate beautiful, loving, comforting things with roundness. Think of creepy babies, right? Creepy babies are round motherfuckers, right? They're round things, disproportionate. You look at like a anyway, sorry. So yeah, that's one thing, right? You and what this will do is that you'll have a desire to protect, and which that comes from on both sexes, and this is what happens with children. This is why we fall in love with children, right? So empathy allows, and also it allows you to see their vulnerabilities. What does that mean? Well, all of a sudden, you'll start to see them for who they are. You'll stop to see the projection they give to you. I'm a confident, strong person. And you'll start to know them for who they are. And that comes with seeing weakness, vulnerability. That person that you thought was confident, in reality, they're deeply insecure. And rather than turning you off, it gives you a desire to connect with them. It gives you a desire to protect them, to raise their self-esteem, to suppress those negative thoughts, to make sure that nobody hurts them because you know they're very already vulnerable. And this is why it's important to show vulnerability. You can't be a freaking Terminator looking indestructible. You gotta show vulnerability. You gotta show that things hurt you from time to time. You gotta show that you cry every now and then. I mean, it's very important because what that does, it makes people want to protect you, and that desire to protect you creates it. Like, think about it. They're seeing you, they see vulnerability in you, and they react with a deep desire to do something to help you out, and that action creates love. Like the reaction to your pain brings out so much emotion that those emotions, when you stop feeling it, won't completely go away. They'll stay. And you feel this desire to always be thinking of them, always asking, how can I help them? Right? And that's what happens with love. Now, the last one is, what do you guys think it is? I'm gonna give you guys 2 seconds. What do you think is the last one? Come on, hurry up, or else I'm closing the channel. All right, there you go. Emptiness. Emptiness is extremely important because when you start to become attracted to the person, your life looks better because dopamine. There's a lot of dopamine being thrown around, right? And when they're not there, you'll notice that you're not being stimulated. The brain then releases what's the opposite of dopamine? Cortisol, stress hormones. It makes you want to relive that memory. And so, as you can see, the attraction, and then on top of with the empathy, creates emptiness inside. If there's no emptiness, there's no thinking of you when you're not there. If there's no emptiness, there's no, when I'm seeing you, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so miserable without you. Let me hold on to this moment more. That desire, that clinging, that deep connection, the creepy eyes you look like, hey, it's really because you don't want to lose them, because you know that if you lose them, you'll feel empty on the inside. If they don't feel emptiness, you can't seduce them. They can't fall in love with you. So, how do you create emptiness? Well, remember, the emptiness is a reaction to your value, how important you are to them, how happy you make them. The more happy you make them, the more emptiness they'll feel. Right? And that's the thing, it becomes a symbiotic relationship. A positive symbiotic relationship where where hopefully they also feel the same. Where it's almost like you both, you know how people hold each other like this? Like you're on the opposite, and I'm like that, right? And we're all holding each other. And if you let me go, I'm a fall. It's kind of like that, where I'm holding on to you, and we're holding each other up. But if one lets go, we're both gonna fall. That's what love is, where we both make ourselves miserable without each other. So let's just stay together. So you create this through absence, right? Slowing them down and boundaries, right? When you slow them down, you make them feel awkward. Hey, relax. I don't know you yet. Yo, relax. Girl, don't give me the pum pum. I don't know you yet. Right? Also, you slow them down by absence. You not being there from time to time. You slow them down by criticism. If they do something wrong, you criticize them, or in other words, boundaries. And that self-reflection, that awkwardness of seeing you angry at their fuck up, because eventually people are gonna fuck up and you gotta call them out, creates an emptiness, a desire to reconciliate, a desire to gain what was lost in this argument. And this, they'll come back, they'll fix it, and hopefully you do the same when he does that or when she does that to you, right? It's a symbiotic relationship. Every guy has to learn this. Like every person has to understand that this is how people fall in love. There has to be some emptiness, and so if you protect them from feeling that emptiness, you're gonna they're gonna lose interest in you. Let them feel emptiness. Let them cry a little bit. Let them suffer a little bit. You'll notice that the results are much more different. All right. Anyway, so the first one, attraction. It's the first emotion, right? Second one, empathy. The sense of familiarity, a desire to protect, seeing their vulnerability, seeing their human side, not just their hot side. Emptiness through absence, slowing them down, and boundaries. And these are the emotions that people use to fall in love. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Look, listen up, man. Sometimes it's very difficult when you're falling in love to keep a level head, because it's really difficult. Emotions from the past come to you, arise, and you react, and you become unconscious, and trauma builds up even more through not being aware of the reactions inside of you. So you have to develop a meditation practice. You have to. If the only reason why we know this is because someone, as they were falling in love, was aware of what was happening inside. So that's why you have to develop a meditation practice. So three ways we do that. One, go to a meditation retreat. It's free. Go to dharma.org. Two, check out my course, Emotional Mastery. Or three, check out our Patreon, and there we do live meditation on Zoom. Okay? Anyways, take care. Bye-bye.
So a lot of you guys have been asking me, how can I purchase all of your courses in one go? Well, if you guys want to purchase all of them, you guys can join the Mindful Attraction University, people. Yeah, that's right. And in this, you'll be able to access all of my courses for $3.99. Initially, if you purchase all of my courses, Emotional Mastery, Psychological Game of Attraction, my new course, The Feminine Woman, Natural Chemistry, Charisma Blueprint, Nice Girl, you guys can purchase all of it for $600, but with the bundle deal, you guys can purchase it for $3.99. Or you guys can purchase it in 3 easy payments of $125, people. Yeah, that's right. Or you guys can purchase it with the bonuses. So not only do you get the courses, but the bonuses. And that comes down to $7.99 or 4 easy and mindful payments of $199. Now, these bonuses are not regular bonuses. These bonuses are legit, almost like courses within a course, right? So you guys can just click on the description down below and explore the types of bonuses. For example, I have bonuses on how to get over your ex, how to become more creative, how to, especially in the feminine woman, I have a bonus about how to penetrate the mind and how to speak in a way that gets people to do what you want them to do. Like, it's honestly one of the craziest sections that I've ever made, because most of these courses, people, I come up with those ideas in meditation retreats. Nobody goes to the extent that I go. I go to meditation retreats to create these courses. There's a 14-day money back guarantee. If you don't like it, just ask me for the money back within 14 days, and I'll give you all the money back. Father Alex has never rejected a money back offer if I offered it. So, and if you guys already purchased one of my courses, for example, and you guys want to get the bonuses while getting a discount, you know what I'm saying? I have discount codes for people who purchase my courses. So if you purchase my courses, just send me a private message. Or if you work with me one-on-one, I'll give you a big discount for the courses. And there I can help all of you guys understand that this is a movement. Most people never knew this type of knowledge before. And I am trying to empower women across the world and liberate them from these negative and one-sided relationships through these courses. So hopefully you guys can spread the message and help other people out. And I'll see you guys inside. Or else I'm close to